Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Phillip Siddiq Show. Bernie, starring Jack Black, Shirley MacLaine, Matthew McConaughey. The director, he's here with us, Richard Linklater. How's it going, my friend?
Good.
I'm great. Warm beer and mud cats. Before we get to that first, tell us a narrative about Bernie.
Oh, man. Crazy story about just this obsessive relationship between Jack Black's character, Bernie, funeral home director in a small town, kind of befriends the old widow, the rich widow, who's played by Shirley MacLaine. And it becomes this kind of psycho battle between good and evil on some level. And she eventually just sort of drives him crazy. He snaps. But then that's only halfway through the movie. The small town kind of takes over, that no one's really missing her. You know, she was so alienated from family or, anybody. So it becomes a really bizarre kind of black comedy, I think.
Right. Now, the description about that particular town, I think it was page 157. It was like the number 4 town in Texas. I'm like, whoa. So how did you pull those people together to describe the different parts of the town? Because you have, what was one guy said that, what was it, Panhandle?
He's describing Texas.
Yeah, Texas.
The different parts of Texas. Most people who, when they think of Texas, they think of like John Wayne movies or, like the West, these prairie desert or something. Whereas East Texas is really where the South begins, all trees, pine trees mostly. So it's these little bitty communities, no large towns and very rural setting. So it was just differentiating in a funny way, the state. And the accents are different. You'll hear accents in this film that you've never heard on film before.
Yeah. We were talking about warm beer and mud cats and all that kind of stuff.
It's small town America, but with a really particular regional, specific. I had a friend from New York call me, and he told me, don't take this the wrong way, but I felt like I was watching a film from another country or something. It's like, no, this is the U.S., it's technically.
Yeah, it's a wonderful film. And to get these stars, especially Jack Black, it's a performance that I've never seen him do.
Yeah, people are raving
about. How did you direct him to grab that performance out of him?
I felt Jack could do it. There's part of him that he really is this super nice guy. And, that part who wants to avoid conflict. So he's kind of this repressed character. And he just went with that. It was getting the mustache right. He's this kind of closeted guy who's... And the particulars of that, but Jack's got that great singing voice too. He sings a lot in the movie, all the in church.
Does he? Yes.
The hymns, and he usually uses his voice to, rock comedic effect. Right. But it was fun to use him for pretty, more straightforward, But he's got that great voice, so it is a great, just incredible performance.
He is. Especially the singing voice, because it reminded me when I was younger going to choirs. And always had that one guy who could just sing, sing everything.
To the rafters,
Yes.
That was Jack. That is Jack, yeah.
Shirley MacLaine. We used to sing her as lovable sometimes.
Yeah.
What did you present to her where she could play that evil, bitter?
I know, yeah. Just a portrait of someone who's just relentlessly, terminally unhappy, no matter what. She's the richest lady in town, and she's just miserable. That's kind of a type of sort. But Shirley was intrigued by her. But I think, I loved it because she had that moment where she's sort of in love again. There's a moment where she's happy, very briefly, and Shirley still has that starry-eyed little schoolgirl in her. She's still very sensual and funny and loves life. So that part of her shone through for just a little bit.
The back massages when they were holding hands.
Yeah, very sweet.
That was cute. Matthew McConaughey. How did you? He was just.
Yeah, again, playing against type as the district attorney who throws the book at Bernie. He was, Matthew's actually from a town pretty close to here. I called him up and said, Matthew, come on.
Right?
I'm making this East Texas movie. You have to be in it, So he worked a few days, came in and. But he's usually a defense attorney getting the guys off for murders. This time he was prosecuting the murder, so he said he liked being on the other side of the aisle. But he got his gray hair, put about 20 pounds on him, this little belt, little plumpers in his mouth. It's very un-Matthew, but Matthew's a great character actor. Always has been.
Yes, he has.
So he had fun with this role in particular, I think. So.
Now, folks who have seen this, what about authenticity?
Mm-hmm.
If I screened the film and it looked like, wow, that's really, really Texas type people who live there.
Yeah.
And they were saying, I told them, I says, would someone speak like this? I said, yeah, where'd you been? Huh?
Yeah, it's pretty real. These are real folks, real accents, it's a real it's a real place. What can I say?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think you've not been from Texas, but I think you did it Texas proud.
Well, I think it's a story, though. It could be any small town, but it just happens to be there. But it's something about Southern manners and all that is such a weird contradiction, I think. The fact that he kills somebody and they want to let him off. He's so well liked. It's just, there's something really funny and kind of surreal about it.
Yeah, it's almost like some of the quote handsome serial killers.
Yeah,
there's a charm. 50 people and the ladies, and then he's innocent. So
the people who marry prisoners, and there's kind of a dark. Yeah. But Bernie's not like that though. He's really not a psychopath.
No,
he's a really nice guy who had one bad moment. Yes. There's other people who are really truly evil who can charm their way through, but he's sort of the exact opposite of that.
Yeah.
Even though Matthew's character did a pretty good job of prosecuting as if he was that guy.
Yes, he did.
and there Bernie sits forever in prison. But.
Yeah, and the description Matthew's character used as far as like the good life, the airplanes and the first class.
All the money. And just and totally prosecute him. Yeah, people who've never been on a plane. Right. He's talking about flying first class, no one drinking wine, all these suspect things.
Right. Yeah. Well, they're giving us the wrap up, but Richard.
Yeah. Anyway, well, really nice.
Thank you.
Nice
my pleasure.
Yeah, man.
May 18th, Bernie. Go see it. You won't be sorry. I tell you, it's a fun film. You'll see Jack Black as you've never seen him before. It's true.